Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! This is episode 5. I'm starting today with a rollback. Not a far rollback. But last episode, I had a hatch problem. And, well, I have a couple problems. First of all, I'm leaking air here. So let's do this now. Probably at the highest priority. We're leaking a bit of hydrogen and some oxygen too. Never a good thing. But because I have an excess amount of hydrogen, I'm not worried about rolling back any further than this. The other thing is this here was set to go at 40, and I remember doing that when I was in a rush to turn off ice, or melt ice, and I forgot about it. And that's a common thing, is I'll do something, and I intend to come back and turn it off or readjust it and forget, so... Just one of those games, you really have to stay on top of things. Alright, oh, yeah, I haven't figured out just yet what to do with this, but for the time being, I'm going to set 4 until I figure out what's going on with this situation. Alright, so that, and then back in the rocket, the other adjustment here is I'm making a higher priority of getting this to be created. This was another change. I had a spill of liquid over here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put tile right here, and we'll drop off some snow and that from this location. I also sealed this up again, just because I've got enough liquid for the moment, but maybe I will dig some of this out so we can open that back up. So this is where things became a problem last time. I've got 2 hatches, or sage hatches, that hatched. And, but now that I've got them set to be 4, 4, and 4, I'm expecting not to have the same issue I had last time. Okay, it has not been too long, and I already see several degrees dropping here. I was wondering why I was struggling with this area. It was this guy. And a thermosensor. We are up with another rocket, so I'll make sure we take advantage of another rover. Sending them down. Oh, I can't build there anymore. That's thing. Oh, what am I gonna... Oh, I guess I can go right to the side. I guess the rule is you can't place one of these things if oh, what's gonna happen here? Oh, it looks fine. Alright, I guess you just can't place it if the center of it is has something there. But let's destruct that so I get some metal back. How is the inside of my rocket doing? No, that's not the rocket. Alright, still a little bit of progress needed here. Okay, so I was just up looking at the hatches, focusing on them. They're happy, but then I realized I've got a wrong setting here. So I just set this down to 8. We've got 10, which is too many. So I'm going to use this trick here. Move 2. We want to move 1 over here. And let's bring another one over there. And we're going to do that at the highest of priority. Just thinking ahead, this system is probably going to cool things off until it gets too cold. So let's put a thermosensor similar to what I put over here. Next to, I guess it doesn't matter which one of these machines. Put it next to the conveyor loader. This is one of the things I wish the game would let you do, is put in the settings for things before it's built. Otherwise, I have a tendency to forget, but I don't think it's going to take long to be built. Okay, veterinarian's on the case building this thermosensor for us. Now that that's in there, I gotta decide. Let's say, oh, only run this if the temperature is above, let's say 22 for now. So I don't know if this is realistic, but my thinking at this point, if I can get this rocket over, and we can get here, we can get a Drecko, make a stable from that, and that gives even more meat production. It may take longer because we have less than 50 cycles, but there is a whole crew of these rovers. Not that they can help with the inside of this rocket, but they can do everything else on base while the dupes concentrate on this construction. So good work there, veterinarian, even though it's causing a little bit of radiation sickness. Just had a thought. I see scientists working on this, and I think that is one of the dupes that can use a gas mask concentrating on this. And I already have an asteroid that I know I want to go to. So any other asteroid I find, it's not going to matter. The priority is building the actual rocket to get there. So there we are. That should help things get things moved along in the right priority. Just checking these guys out. They are finally happy and should stay happy. As long as we've got 8 and 96 set there. We've got, we got 96 over here. I'm having a little bit less pips here just because I only have 2 trees. Well, I've got 3 down here. So my plan is to put 6 in this one and a full 8 down here. Noticing hydrogen start to build up. That's no surprise, but we should deal with that now. So I'm going to put a pump. Let's put that right here. I worry about this carbon dioxide, so how about... do we have any wild plants? We'll dig that out and just get rid of the carbon dioxide in the area first, and then I'll put a pump. I suppose I could build a pump. That's going to go right here. So, hydrogen line. Going down. Jump over this. You gotta feed this into a priority order. So how do I do this? I believe I'll want to do this. And then this. And then I'm gonna cut it right here. But I don't want to disrupt the current flow of hydrogen. Otherwise we'd run out of power, so I'm going to make the priority building that. And let's just make sure this guy has some power. Okay, I won't connect it just yet. I want to make sure one other piece. I want to make sure we never get non-hydrogen in this thing. So I'm just checking to see if I can mop up this area without losing some wild plants. Okay, so what I want here is to detect hydrogen. We'll do that maybe further down. Let's do that right here. We need a filter. And then we're going to connect that to our pump. The one that's on the bottom of the base, I have not put. I guess that's just because I've got so much hydrogen. Way down here. In fact, there's been so much, I think I used to have chlorine. That's no longer the case. Or maybe it just get moved way over here. Yeah, a little bit of carbon dioxide. I'm not worried about this pump. Anytime soon, at least. Oh! Well, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. We better do some mopping up everywheres. This has landed. I did store some food down here. There's mush fry. Yeah, let's, technically that's not gonna last if it's in water, liquid. Let's dig out a bit here as well. There's more salt water than I had expected from that. see, this isn't actually going to be complete unless I put a ladder right there. I see some ice sitting on this floor. That's probably from one of the dupes picking it up. Trying to send it over here, but they went on breaks. They just dropped it where it is. It's kind of an annoying thing that they do. Be nice if whatever was on the way, even if they drop it, someone else would pick it up for you, but that's what it is. So I will specify that to be brought over. Now, this area here probably should be mopped up at high priority because I want to get this going. So the rocket's nearly complete. So the plan here is this upper area is a place where the dupes don't have to go. Just utility. We've got the electrolyzer, which hasn't run yet because we've been pushing in oxygen from the base. Just wondering if I can get one extra. Oh, that's fine. All right, so there's that. I'm going to keep this tile until this is built, but I'm going to get rid of this perhaps pretty soon. We're going to put the manual generator right here. That's going to provide power. We've got battery. We've got water in our pipes. I'm going to put a latrine over here. We're going to load a small bit of food. Now I'm going to click on deconstruct, but I'm going to make sure scientist doesn't do the fret. Yeah, I figured. Let's move scientist down here, and then you can destruct it. There we go. That's right. That's much better. Okay. So the dupes can no longer get up here anymore, and that's okay. Now, I've got a fair bit of carbon dioxide, so what I might do is put in a carbon skimmer temporarily, just to get rid of that before we take off. Okay, so I see an excess critter here. Because I've got a stable of 6 and 8. I've got all the pips I want in my stables. So we can convert this little guy to some meat. Okay, sorry, Rancher. So we've got our eggs have roll by effect, so that's good. Got our carbon skimmer going in. Let's just make sure that has, oh yeah, that's running. It's got its water, it's got some power. Sending polluted water out. It can't actually vent yet, but as long as this doesn't become backed out. Yeah, no, we're fine. And just make sure that it actually got all the carbon dioxide, a single little piece there. Probably by the time I click on this to be destruct it to there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that just needs to become a latrine. And add some food, and we can go somewheres. Okay, I'm going to put the setting here for hydrogen. You're going to find that unbreathable. I normally do about 2 minutes. So that typically works pretty well. And if that's the case, we can plug this guy in. And that's going to start delivering hydrogen. Not that we need the hydrogen, I just don't want hydrogen to go beyond these gas masks. Oh, oops, are getting their feet wet. Oh, you got to watch these. You don't have the visual. I'll check this one too. You don't have visual when there's a liquid on airflow tiles. So the dupes could be walking across this. Thankfully, I had a regular tile here so I could see that. Just for the slight efficiency, why don't we put 2 normal tiles here and here. So I have scientists starting on some research for a washroom. I'm doing that so I can get a latrine in here. But at the same time, I'm thinking it might be the time to upgrade our outhouses to a latrine. I was a little bit worried about the water situation, but we've got plenty now. We've got this. We also have this cooling system. It hasn't cooled off things enough just yet, but we're adding more material for that. Where are you going? Igneous rock. Alright, maybe I should find more locations of igneous rock. for the dupes. So that's a terrible place to have to go get it. So this rocket is ready to go, and I just thought to myself, how about we send some refined metal? It's going to make it easier to build a rocket platform once we get there in the future. Maybe we'll take these two out so we can actually get to the rocket. And just build that. And we'll put in 2 more tiles here and here for the radiation protection. Now, if I want metal, I guess I have to create it. So let's get at our production in the metal refinery. So scientist is creating an orbital cargo module. I want enough metal to make a rocket platform that's 800. I'm going to have a little spare, so we'll do a ton. This is going to be aluminum. ALU. There we go. Refined stuff. We'll do that at high priority. So temperature-wise, we're doing much better. Now the base itself is still pretty warm, but this area has cooled way down. This is where I'm getting my water, so as that water gets dropped off here, it's going to have a continual cooling effect. It was all this guy. Like, it's so funny how just the smallest system can have such a big effect over just a few cycles. That could be really good, and it could be quite terrible at times. What's happening here? How am I getting liquid going in this direction? Why am I having to mop up all of a sudden? This is... What is happening? No, 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 don't go towards this. This could be a good reason to putting a lip up here to protect non-water from falling into this guy. I'm just not under... Like, maybe there was a piece of... It could be one of those dupes that dropped something. Because it didn't flow from this way up. Okay, that's just going to have to remain a mystery what exactly happened there. Oh, one before I forget another piece. I was just looking to see that we have everything in order for these stables, and I realized this one's 93. So we're going to fill this in. That means I need to get more space. We'll open this up a bit. Oh, actually, we'll take that out. Okay, so I had turned down the mush bar production temporarily, but now that we're close to 10,000 calories, going to start that back up. Just notice we've got a little bit of meal wood that I could take advantage of for food-wise. But let's have a look in our rockets. We look like we are full. Okay, so I need to find 2,000 calories of food. Around that. This one right here will do perfectly. So let's move this to the inside of this rocket. Right there. Do that at high priority. We will... Oh, I didn't actually build lavatory. Do that too. Again, high priority. So we can take this thing off and go to a new world. So we are short aluminum and I can't get this built. I could either put in an outhouse, which would be fine. But let's see, how are we? I'm going to dig this out. I'm going to have to fill this back in really quickly because that's part of the stable. We've got some metal over here as well, so how about we build a ladder up like this to get across. Dig some of that out. Again, we're getting spillage. I should probably look to see if there's actual ice continually melting. I do not see it. So I'm still confused. This is the second time we've got this in the last little bit. Plop some up there too, just because. So I just read a comment from Cedric, and the mystery is finally solved. It was just killing me. So let me explain what's happening here. This is registering 4 of 4 critters, but that's not actually true. What it really means, 4 of 4 of the selected critters. I've got Hatch and Hatchling selected, Sage Hatchling selected, but this guy is not selected. So once these babies grow up to this type, they're not part of the count. So boom, I click that, and I'm just going to go hit copy settings, and we'll do that for all the remainder. I've got 8 of 4. That is what's happening there. Now, I'm just looking to see if any of them are starving. Doesn't appear so, otherwise I'd feed them. But, okay, and this just makes sure that's a high priority. That is amazing. Thank you so much. So there's another thing. That solves the stable issue. Just double check here. We've got 96, 96, 96. We've got an actual full stable. We're more than halfway there. I thought I didn't even have a full stable a moment ago. But now I realize I have 1 full stable, another stable that is, oh, let's see, I'm gonna up that. I think the plan was to have 7, not 8 actually. That's what I consider a full stable for this particular one. So I'm gonna have 21 hatches, which means I'm over by 1 here, but they're technically not complaining about that because you can support 8. But what I might do is I'll just move 1 there. So this one's full. I got my full 7. This one will have... So I just need 7 more. Ha! Amazing. And I just seen... I'm on a metal short... metal poor asteroid. So I just realized we might as well replace that tile. So with that hatch mystery solved, it's time to look towards space. So we've got the star system. So I want to send a rover here in some metal. We've got everything set to go, I believe. Let's just double check that I've got water in the pipes. I've got some oxygen in the pipes. I have, let's see, no calories here. I'm going to bring in some calories, but we've got ability to use the washroom, produce some food. And I believe it was Cedric that mentioned there is another way that I've never thought about. Just taking an oxygen bottle and bring it in. I already have electrolyzer in there now, so I'll use that. But that is actually an interesting thing I haven't thought about. I guess I'm going to select some calories. So all my calories are sitting over here. I don't want too much. 3,000. That'll do. Move that over into our rocket. Put that right there. Make that a high priority action and wait for a dupe to load that. And then we can take off. We're just about to have the food delivered, then Veterinarian decided they have other plans. So Engineer is on the way to pick up this food, which is actually perfect because they're the ones that's going to be piloting. So I'm just going to get them on board. And I didn't realize they'd be going around that way. I guess that kind of makes sense actually because I have that block. But yeah, so they're inside. Just hold it. Okay, they're inside. Now, just before, this is one of those moments that it's always smart to do a test, or save. Because, yeah, something could go wrong. But I think I have everything set. So I'm going to say crew it. And it's crewed because the dupe engineer is in there. I'm going to get them to go... I guess it technically doesn't ask with this one. Doesn't matter. You can begin a launch. This is the first rocket going off on an asteroid that does not have teleportation, so this is the first time out in space. Beyond, I guess, like our immediate location around this asteroid. So yeah, they're going to be there in 0.6 cycles. Exciting. So we are just seconds away from arriving on this asteroid, at least orbiting it anyways. And we've got two things I need to do. I need to make sure I don't forget to do both. First one, let's throw down the metal. That's 1 ton of aluminum. And we need to choose a place for a rover. And probably what makes the most sense is choosing a spot that's closest to most of the metal. That's right here. Let's just go make sure that the rover actually touches down. This is the first time having a peek in this particular asteroid. Rover is there, so let's not forget about engineer. They're just hanging out here unless I hit change and go there. Well, they're not going to be happy. Okay, so now that I've got that, we need to make sure we keep this rover busy. The first thing we'll do is destroy the lander. We'll open up some storage material. If I've got enough of that, we'll be able to build a rocket platform. How much is in? We'll tell you how much is here. 200. So I think I need 4. I'm expecting to see 5. Unless maybe one has double. But anyway, I'll storage. We'll dig out some sandstone. Okay, so that might confuse that. But what I'm going to do is going to build a bridge across. Well, I guess I have to wait till sandstone's ready. Let's go check on things over here. See, one of the dupes here was sick. That was veterinarian. But I do have, and I'm far more confident about the carnivore achievement. I've got several eggs going, keeping them incubated as much as I can. So while I guess keep that rover busy, I'll have to come up with a plan with what I want my dupes to do over here. So we've got enough aluminum, I believe, without having to create a bridge and going all the way over here. I'm assuming one of these packages had twice the amount, or there was just 2 side by side. But if assuming this is 200, we're going to put the rocket platform down here. That's a good sign. There it is. Okay, so the rover's not going to be able to build this, but they'll at least provide all the materials, so when the dupe arrives, they can build this pretty quick. I'm going to make that high priority, so that that gets done, and then I'm going to give the rover just the task of exploring and getting some resources that we're looking for. Iron ore, definitely, that's high on the list. Wouldn't mind some algae. My plan here is, so I'm going to get a rocket here. We're going to have a bunch of storage bins for the purpose of bringing material into the rocket. So if I can get the rover to load all this material here, it's just going to make it easier for whoever, engineer or whoever is here, to bring it in. So the rocket has just arrived. I want to get rid of this component here. And I have to decide whether we're ready to go on a more adventurous mission of actually landing. Because if I can do that, I could get some Dreckos. And that was going to help with carnivore achievement, though I don't think it's necessary, but I do want Dreckos anyway, so I'll think about that as an option. So if I want a trailblazer, we're going to need a crash plan. So we've got this rover going around. Oh, actually, pinch of pepper plant seeds. So all the things that I want to be brought into the rocket is going to go in here. So I've selected iron ore, pinch of pepper seeds, and algae. Wouldn't mind having some of that. don't know if... oh yeah, there it is. What else do I want? I want some of these guys, but we're going to have to do wrangling for that. I guess for the time being, other than collecting that, we'll just get a ladder going all the way down. Dig out some of these plants. And that's about it for, I think, the first stop here. But yeah, mostly these guys, because I want to make some Atmo suits. I can't do that without reed fiber. They're going to help me with that. They're also going to help with plastic once I get alternate version one of those. Oh, before I forget, let's do this. And this also reminds me, we don't want to get a rover, or the dupes over here until they've loaded enough material anyways. So we're going to keep this as a rocket that gets used for building more rovers to work on this world until then. So I'm just about to send a rover down, and I realized scientists made an interesting discovery. Let's see. Oh, was losing the control there. All right, so yeah, we got this world, which, or did it find that, or yeah, if it made that interesting noise, it was definitely planetoid. But yeah, this is still going to be the focus. Yeah, I probably won't go to this world. This is the world that I would have been able to teleport to, but it's going to be a long way away until that. But I want to focus on this world. One other discovery. We've got another asteroid. This one I'll probably go to before this one, but not before exploring this one a little bit further. So just preparing for a future space mission, we're going to get a skill scrubber on base so that we can remove some skills. And I also have to keep mopping up liquid around here. Getting a little frustrating. I can't tell why. I'm assuming that's because ice is being dropped all the time, but a little bizarre. So I think it is time to build a washroom. So we're going to place that right here. The idea is this going to be in the same place as the latrine, so I'm going to put in the piping for water. And the piping for the polluted water line going out. So we'll have a sink and a latrine. Little decoration item here. Let's see, another sink, another latrine. Then we're going to have another decoration item. And then we're going to have a shower. The lamp in between. And then a door. Get rid of some of these as well. Actually, hold on. Let's put the ceiling together first. So I learned a very interesting thing about Cedric, from Cedric, is any building really. If you want to know where the dupe is, it's where the actual cursor is as you're trying to build it. So the cot, when the dupe is sleeping, they're sleeping on this tile. And I guess that applies to any other buildings. So, like, for example, let's see, the water sieve, when they're emptying this, I guess it's this tile. So if I want this building, I want to have light, I need to make sure there's light on this particular tile for them to see, to be able to do that. Or if I want to have carpeted tiles, I want to have it under this tile, because technically Rancher is right here. That I did not know. And I think what I was trying to do at the time, when it was pointed out, was this guy here. So obviously it kind of makes sense that the dupe is going to be in the center, but it makes it clear with that. Unfortunately I can't, oh no, I can make an enclosed telescope. You can see it's the left tile, left center tile the dupe would be. Now that's why I put this radiation protection right here, because when this dupe is in this spot, it's that one that they stand on. That is super nice to know. Often, I don't have enough metal for a rock crusher, but if I were to place it I would see where the actual juke was located, which is right there. All right, thanks so much for that little tip. Okay, so I'm now going to design... Actually, I can even put in... Oh no! How much metal do I have? Oh yeah, what am I thinking? I do not have the metal to complete the washroom. Possibly because I've been making so many rovers, but alright, well, the pipes are there for a future project. Why don't I just complete this for a later day when I've got more metal? I'm going to have water come in here, so that's going to be this is the backup washroom. Access the sink and the latrine. And then the idea is, I won't put the door because that's metal that I don't need. But the idea is, I'll put some storage for polluted water and figure out what to do with that later on. Okay, well, if that's the case, let's go check on this guy, rover. Just gonna select this, so that all those get filled up. They've got a big ladder going way down here. Let's just complete that. They're able to go over here now. Into this little area. We can get some copper if we want it. I'm looking. I can't dig through this abyssalite. Sometimes the world will print lead or other materials outside the, abyssalite. So I'm just looking to see if I can be sneaky and... Oh! I found some. So we're going to go after that. Some iron ore at the same time. That's always helpful. And a little bit of lead. Alright, so we'll explore in that direction. Continue on digging down here, getting some lead that's there. Wouldn't mind figuring out what's in this area. Just want to make sure that rover stays busy. So this should be a pretty simple project, but I've been ignoring this polluted water. So we're going to build a pump right here. And we're going to store this temporarily. Or not, I guess. Am I completely out of metal? Let's see. I think there's still a few pieces around random locations. So I need to get metal to make, I know what I'll do. Wait, that's not the stable. Oh, it is the stable. Ouch. No, be careful. Be very careful. Okay, the maximum size of a bedroom... 54. Yeah, I can't really pop into that without... No super easy way to do this. Maybe what I'll do, I'll fill in 2 tiles. So I can dig out 2 tiles. That at least gives me that. And I have to come up with a plan for more metal. Or find a project that doesn't involve metal. Here's some metal here. Just destroy these 2 rovers. Get a little bit back. Another hatch has been born, so now I've got my second stable of 7, and I'm working. I just need 5 more, and I've got the amount of hatches that I had wanted, which is amazing. Alright, I just noticed that I had damage to overheating. I started to worry and realized, oh, it's just this guy. But I am going to make sure I click on this, so I'm able to. Why can... Okay, there we are. I don't know why that wasn't working a second ago. I'm going to disable auto repair and even set it to be destructed. Just so that dupes don't throw some metal at it to try to fix it at a future phase. So this rover has made it all the way over here. Ooh, more lead. Look at that. And pick that up. Make that a priority. Oops, can't get in there, but we can go around like that. Just looking at that, I think we'll need a ladder to make that happen. But yeah, that's definitely going to be worth it. Oh, what happened here? We've got one of these critters that's went inside of algae. So I'm gonna choose 2 dupes to go on a space mission. I'm gonna send engineer on it. They're gonna go through the skill scrubber, and then I'll send another dupe. So I see the area complete up here, so let's get rid of this telescope. Actually, let's get rid of all these buildings. And the, oh, so we're gonna get some metal back. Alright, so this is how I'm gonna get some of my metal. Start to claim some of this. Technically, we don't even need a wire up here anymore either. A little bit more metal back. So here is all that lead. This is refined metal. And, oh, hold on. I see another piece. Awesome. The other thing is I can dig a few of these out. I wouldn't mind having more of them to do some farming in the future. Let's see, how do I have to do that? Can't dig, so we can dig this, we can dig this. Just need to get a ladder going up, or build stairways, actually. I could do this, too. There we are. That should work for that. Ladder up there. Can get down here as well. Can't dig through bleachstone. So this area just looks wrong now for some reason. I guess because it doesn't have the cool looking telescope. But I wanted my metal. Oh, actually. Tiny bit more metal. And I'll raise this back up. So the dupes can go around this way. So I think I'm going to send Runner along with the engineer on a space mission. So they're next up in the skill scrubber. Another hatch, sage hatch. Is that going to be the final? Oh no! Oh no! Oh well, hold on. Oh yeah, no, we need a few more. As I'm processing some of my eggs here, I noticed the critter starvation warning. So that means I've got to go find out who that is. I see one here. Makes sense that it was on the bottom one, because that's the one that was populated first. Alright, well, dupes, please give me some dirt. Do that at high priority. Just see some meat. I am cooking barbecue meat. No, I'm not. Okay, and I also need to go in consumables and tell the dupes not to eat raw meat. Please only eat barbecue meat, because there's more calories and it's tastier. Alright, so I'll watch the dupes start to load some dirt in there. And I should see this go to... I was wondering why that was sitting there. That should go towards the electrical drill. All this talk making you hungry, veterinarian? Alright, I'm going to switch over to rancher. They can take over. Incubating some eggs. See, the critter starvation warning is gone off, so I'm going to turn that off. Not to waste the dirt. Just watching all the skill get sucked out of Runner. They are out. Okay, so now what? Oh, I guess we need a trailblazer module, don't we? We need some refined metal. So I got a little bit metal back from this, so that that I should be able to create right here. While I wait for my trailblazer to be built, I'm going to dig out around here, because I want to build another stable. This stable is going to be for Dreckos. Get rid of this water, get that out of the way. Make some room for it first. And now I've got enough metal for a trailblazer. Let's build that. Up that priority. Let's look inside this rocket. Did it get replenished with water? It did. Oxygen. I'll add the food. Ooh. A little bit of a mess. Let's make sure we get that cleaned up before we go. So I see veterinarian putting the pieces together on this. Just going to up that priority so this item gets built. Do I have enough metal for that? How much do I need? 400? Or, yeah. I think I need to create possibly 2 more pieces. Going to pause it because I'm working in this room with Rancher on a number of eggs. Okay, I think I've got my next project. This one's going to be pretty small, but nonetheless, I think it will be nice. So I'm going to put this here, and we're going to put all the pip eggs at this location. And the reason for that is I no longer... Whoops, while I do that, continuing now, I'm going to process the pip eggs that remain. But I'm getting to the point I need to start prioritizing on hatch eggs. And there's going to be a point where there's probably so many hatch eggs that I'm not going to get to the pip eggs. And they're just in the way. So it'd be just a little bit nicer if I had a separate room to the left of here that stored just the pip eggs. Now that I'm through with that, we're going to go off to sage eggs. And do pips at the end. As I'm doing a few more eggs, I'm thinking to myself about space travel. I'm going to want to send some food with those dupes. So I've doubled up food production, so we're making mush bars at both of these locations. And I'm going to take some amount of calories. I want more than this, but I'll start with that. We're going to freeze it. I think the easiest thing to do is just bring it into an area that's already frozen. So what is the temperature? Minus... Let's go down there. That's where we're going to store some food. Ba-dum-bum. Where did that... That's up here. We're going to move some down here for the time being, just to chill it off. Okay, so now that I've got this, I'm going to tell the dupes I want to send all eggs over here. I'm going to make this guy slightly high priority and only choose the eggs that I specifically want to be brought in. So hatch eggs, Dreckos, Drecklets, not Pip, and Sage. Got some more critters to wrangle. Some meat. So 2 more. That'll be it. That's awesome. Any future hatches are now barbecue meat, ultimately. That's pretty nice. Still don't know why I'm getting occasional leaks over here, but okay, so there it is. Double up production of food for the time being. Make sure we've got some 2 dupes that can go in and out to finish this up. So I'm going to put a fridge right here. I don't think this is going to work the way I was thinking. But at this point, I guess I don't really care if the food is actually in a deep frozen state because it's just going to warm up in the rocket. There's no real place I can keep it in a small little rocket that I can see anyways. So I'm just going to build a fridge to specify a certain amount of food that could be put in there, and then I'll move that to the rocket. I don't believe, because I've got 15,000 calories, I think that's more than I want to take. I don't think there's a way for me to say I want to move a certain set of that. Like, let's say 8,000 calories, but I can split it up with fridge. Just watching this hatch here, making sure they get some food. We want them to live on and produce lots of eggs for us. Okay, so I see a rover is going to send some of this mush fry in the fridge. I don't know how much 2 kilograms is going to give, but that popped that back out. I think I should have 2... Or did it just recombine it? Ah! Okay, I know what I can do. I'm going to move this here. Just 1 tile over. Do that high priority. Rover, could you do that for us? Nope. We're going to wait for someone else to come all the way down instead of you doing it. Okay, the engineer maybe is going to do that for us. Moving that there, awesome. Okay, so let's try this again. We're going to put 2 kilograms of mush fry in the fridge. If I can possibly... I know you're holding... Why? Wait, why are you holding your breath? Whoops. Whoops. That was not as I had planned. Let's do this. Because this is supposed to be a zone without gas masks. Or yeah, or with gas masks, rather. Okay, so there's that bit, but yeah, wait for someone else to drop that in there, I guess. Now when dupes go down here, they should be going down here. Of course, they'd be getting their feet wet, but let's do a little mopping. Okay, so we'll try this once again. Okay, so 2 kilograms. I have no idea how much calories that is. Apparently, that's 2,000. Alright, so that's kind of nice because it tells, I think I want about 8,000 calories. Let me think about that. The dupes, I'm going to bring 2 dupes. Now, let's bring 12. Alright, so I'm going to say not only sweep, just give me 12,000 calories of mush fry. Okay, I think it is go time. We've got some mush fry. We've got 8,000. Not exactly, but that's fine. A little more than that. Let's throw that in the rocket. Let's get out of here. I'm going to wait for that to load first. Just watching Rancher pick that up. It's going to be the food for Runner and Engineer. It's beginning of the day, so I guess I will look for some eggs that need to be incubated. There's at least one. And I see a lot of critters for meat. I think we need a place to store meat. And I might want someplace better than right here. Okay, so some food has been loaded in. I'm going to change the crew, so... Oh, I've got to give a skill point. So we've got Runner. Runner. I'm going to leave them with no skills. Then we've got Engineer. I've got to give them rocket piloting. Someone's going to know how to fly this thing. I got to choose who's going to fly it. So there's Pilot, or Engineer is the pilot. And Runner, you're going to tag along. We're going to crew this thing. Dupe that's in there should be getting out. Let's just make sure that they actually left some food in there. 8,000 calories. It's going to be a very short mission. We should be back in 2 days. Or 2 cycles, rather. We're going to go here. And begin launch. Are we going to be able to get back? Because I need carbon monoxide. There's not much here. Ouch. 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 I'm pretty sure if I land, I can't Or can I? Maybe there will be enough. Otherwise, this could be disaster. Okay, just watching these two dupes take off. They're going to be arriving in 0.4 cycles. Let's have a look inside. Oh yeah, we're going to get your gas masks off. 1 and 2. Here we are. We are just 12 seconds away from arriving, and of course I'm multitasking, as you do in this game. Let's see, going to another egg. Let's do hatch egg. So Rancher will give that a hug. These dupes are arriving. Excellent. So, let's look inside this rocket. I'm going to have 2 gas masks. Let's see if you can get out of the way, engineer there. I could possibly... oxygen, so that... Oops. That has 12 or 15 kilograms. And, well, they both have pretty much the same. So I'm going to get Runner to put this on. Go over here a second. See where they are. Okay, take that out. Do another one. Then we're going to go back over here. Nope. In the rocket. Click on this. We're going to select Runner. To go down. Okay, this is exciting. We're actually getting a dupe on another asteroid. Even though I don't have teleportation. So the rocket's just going to hang out there. Look. See another egg's being done. Let's go watch the landing here. This is a big moment. See some of these guys that we want to get. So yeah, I already made this a high priority thing. So the first thing they should be doing is get a ladder to get across easier. It's being built. That's excellent. That's exactly what we want to see. Back over here. That egg has been incubated. We probably have another one at least. Okay, so we'll do this egg. Getting a little by effect. I see another hatch egg just landed, so certainly, or sage hatch. Certainly we'll do that. I have a check over here. How are you doing? Nearly halfway. Alright, so Rancher is done for the day. We'll go back to doing some eggs later. Let's focus on this. Can now destroy that. We are going to have a rocket land on this asteroid really soon. Never thought about inside this rocket I need to put some bins. I guess what I could do. Achievement earned. Okay, so that exists, so we can click on this. And we can change our location down to here. So we should see a rocket landing. Now, please tell me. First of all, I'm going to instruct them to get rid of this, just so it's easier to get in and out, or even possible for that matter. But this guy here, boom, I'm going to say, you know what? I want you inside this rocket. So it's going to be dropped off in there. Rocket just has to be made a little bit shorter first. Okay, good job, Runner. Okay, so yeah, I want to check. Can I actually get back with the... Okay, whew. I wasn't 100% sure, to be honest. But that is enough carbon dioxide to both get here and get back. Whew. Alright. What else? I'm thinking myself, I want some storage bins. Or actually, you know what? Technically, I don't have to do that. What I'll do instead, I'm just going to dump everything. I know Rover won't put everything on the floor. But I'm going to say move everything over inside the rocket. I'll do that one by one until we've got this thing loaded with material. So we've got a pinch of pepper seeds, iron ore. That would be amazing to have in, back in our home worlds. And then we've got a Dreco egg. And I'm going to give one of these critters, I'll do that, or one of the dupes skills to wrangle. But let's load some material first. We've got to watch the calories. We've got to get back pretty soon, so we don't have long. I just specified everything to be dropped off here, and I realized that's limiting it to only one dupe, actually, doing this. So let's not have it work that way. Maybe what we do... Okay, cancel one... These two. And I'm going to click on move to, and I'm going to put that over here. Hopefully both dupes will become engaged with bringing stuff over into the rocket. And now, runner, you're just standing there. Idle. Wait, why? Not understanding. What am I missing? I choose algae and I say move. Let's choose the third location. Will you do that? There you go. Okay. Okay, rover is down. We won't get any more help from them. Or let's move that into the rocket. I think it is time. Yeah. How much? Let's have a look. I don't have any idea what I actually got here. A ton, almost 2. I mean, not amazing, but to be honest, the Drecklet egg is the real key. Is there any... I gotta really take my time here because we're limited with food. There's 13 tons of it though, so tempting. Looking back at this, I should have made a storage bin like right here. Okay, so we're picking up some, you know what? I mean, algae's cool and all, but I don't think that's the priority. Bring me the metal. I'm gonna give one of these dupes just to, okay, gotta think about this. Does it matter who? I don't think so. I'm gonna give engineer critter ranching. We're going to, if I wrangle one of these, I think they might fall down, which is kind of annoying. And I don't want them to have to run like... If one of you critters could get over here, that would be so swell. I'm not sure if... Maybe they would actually land on this platform, or would they go through it? I'm gonna wait to see. Let's... You know what? I'm just gonna do a test. I can always roll back. Let's try wrangling, because it would be... I have an egg, but I have to wait. I have to push the egg through the incubator. Which I could do, but I would very much appreciate getting a whole critter. Okay, so engineer started wrangling. And... You know what? Wait. I don't need to... I was thinking this is terrible because I have to build a ladder down here, actually. We can just cut out a wall. I should have got the rover to do that earlier. Nuts. But I don't think this is going to take too long. I'm going to say move. Oh yeah, forget the fact that you can just click on this and hit move. I'm going to try that over here. Maybe we'll get more than one of these critters in. That would be really cool. And I'm going to click move. Let's see if we can get both of them inside the rocket. At the same time, on this asteroid, on the home asteroid, we're digging out a spot for Dreckos stable. So we'll cut a spot out like that for this. Okay, I see one Drecko on the way. Just need one tile to be dug out. And runner is asleep on the ladder. Oh, great. Maybe this is all going to come down to you, engineer. I think after this, whatever I've got. I got to get out of here. What did I get? I did get one Drecko. I think another one's going to be on the way. 2 tons, not a lot, but, you know, I can't. This is just the first stop here. It's a tough mission, I know. So, first of all, before I forget, whenever you send a dupe on the Trailblazer, sometimes it removes them. No. Maybe they changed the way that works. Okay, good. Because I didn't want to leave with just one dupe. I want to make sure both dupes leave. Okay, and... I guess we'll just wait for... Just wondering why no more iron ore is being loaded. Let's see where it is. Just makes me think, oh, did that get tossed around because of the slamming down of all this stuff? Maybe. There's, yeah, it got pushed over there, which is very inconvenient. But you know what? Doesn't matter. Wait, what happened here? Oh, that's probably different Drecko. Did we get our 2? We did the 2. Okay, we got to get out here, guys. Done, done, done. Crew, forget that. You don't need to worry about that, runner. Get on, get on. Let's go back home. I got my Drecko. I got the small amount of metal. But I'm going to come back with another rocket for metal. This is more about getting these guys. Knowledge warnings, begin launch sequence, go, 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 go. Some ice melting. What's going on? Oh no, we're just a little slow. I'm not scared of the meteorites. I'm scared of the fact that they don't have any food. I don't want them to starve. They're gonna be back in 0.3 cycles. Yeah, they're good. We gotta now focus on the Dreckos stable over here. Just watching these dupes arrive back with the Dreckos. And of course, at the same time, always multitasking. Always with the multitasking. Let's see, another hatch egg can be done. Go watch these guys arrive. Well, that's getting the little bite effect added to it. There it is. Tiny little rocket. Arriving back home. First thing I'll do is we'll do some mopping up. And there should be an egg somewheres. Let's just leave. We'll leave that for now. I'm still working on the stable itself. So we'll get that together and then we'll move those critters out. Got way too much food here. Let's see, mush, fry, lice. Let's do a single load. Let's just bring all the stuff in the fridge down here where it's frozen. I'm just worried about food going bad. So I stopped producing food in the micro musher for a little bit. We've got lots of these critters too. We're going to start... Gotta worry about meat falling down here. Actually, it's kind of annoying. Let's just attack 2 critters that are further away. Oh, and we can... our stables are full, so these guys count as meat as well. So I'm just looking at my plan to build a Dreckos stable, and that's great and all. I'm definitely going to be doing that. I think the higher priority is to get a food storage area together, especially since I'm going for the carnivore achievement. It would be really nice, especially once this system heats up in terms of eggs. I'm going to be getting tons of meat. Also thinking, I want to make sure the stables are attended to. There's lots of work, and it's kind of a priority thing, so I'm thinking I might switch one of my dupes over. Oh, Runner. We'll take Runner to do that. They're not particularly happy right now, but Runner is now a critter rancher. And what schedule are they on? Let's see, Runner is down there, so they're going to start at this point. So at this point of the day, I can get started with some incubating. So the idea is I think I'm going to get Runner to worry about the eggs, and I'll get the 2 other critter ranchers to work on this. The rest of the dupes, let's find a spot to build. I have to remember, I have to decide how this is going to be, but essentially deep freezer. Put that right there. So essentially, this area here is going to be a kitchen. The area below it is where I'm going to be storing my food, the deep freezer area. So we'll get started with digging out some space there. Just reading a comment from Phil, who mentions that they enjoy watching this while cooking and eating. Hopefully you're eating better food than the dupes are. They're going to be eating barbecue meat more regularly going forward. Waiting for Runner to get in here. This is going to be Runner's first time. Actually, make sure they have access. They do. Let's also make sure that Runner cannot access in here. I'm going to get Runner to incubate the first Drecklet egg. If they would show up. Maybe it's on their downtime. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I gotta wait till more midday for them. Alright, this is Runner's first time using the incubator. Or using any of their critter ranching skills. At least as far as I know. So that is a Drecklet egg. It's gonna have the little bifect added to it. We'll remove that. And now I'm, from this point on, they're going to concentrate on some hatch eggs here, just so we can continue to produce lots of barbecue meat. Okay, so I'm going to design this area. Just going to pause it because I'm working with Runner. I have to try to remember how I typically do this. I think I'm going to have a fridge area down here. And then we've got to have an insulated area. Of course, we have to insulate around the actual deep freezer. Let's put in ladder up so dupes can access. We'll see what it looks like when we get that far. Up here with Runner. So Runner is busy setting this area up. I'm going to put in auto sweeper. This is a piece that is central to this whole setup. I just can't remember whether exactly where I want it to be, so I'll put it here for now, but I might move that if it's needed. The idea is we're going to have electrical grill. Of course, is the kitchen. That would make sense. It's going to go right there. Selecting a Drecklet egg, along with some other hatches, eggs, that we're going to do at the start of this cycle. Technically, I guess we're at the end of the cycle, but start a Runner shift. Alright, so we'll start off with that Drecklet egg. And then move on to some of these sage hatches. How are we doing? Still a little bit of construction down here. So I've got to use my metal very sparingly. Create 2 more pieces of aluminum. Let's see, we'll put in a yellow. Make this a igneous rock, put that right there. And at the top, we're going to put some granite like this. See a little bit of metal, it's probably copper. But yeah, we want to snake this thing around. And put it through a drop-off area. So it's going to go through some granite tiles. Now the whole thing, and I don't remember exactly where this needs to be, but I'll find out as we go. This guy needs to have access. Maybe it's going to be right there. So if I put a granite tile, if I could afford the metal, you know what? Okay, I'll put that as a metal tile. We're going to insulate around it, and I guess the question is, if I did... Wait. If I put... Yeah, oh yeah. The question is, if I insulate here and here, or build any tiles for that matter, can the auto sweeper still access this? If it can, this setup is exactly what I want. If it can't, I gotta rejig something here. So we should see if this is gonna work in a very quick moment. There. Ah! Okay, that wasn't quite it. Let me think about what I can do. Think maybe this. I think I need to raise this. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I just moved this tile over here, and just gonna forget that I'm working with one of the dupes. No, veterinarian, you're gonna be done for the day anyway. You did add that effect. I will bring runner in to continue on with incubating. Let's see, what we got? Hatch egg, we'll do that next. Incubate that. Okay, so down here, this is looking good. This is what I want to see. This guy can access this, so if I drop off material, I can just do that right there even. Doesn't have to be on the tile. I'll get the dupes to do this at priority so I can start to drop that off. Waiting for runner to show up. Okay, so we also need a couple other things. We're gonna want an auto sweep, another auto sweeper. This one can't access the food that's down here, so we'll put it nice and high. It's gonna access food that is. Oh, it's actually gonna make. Put that right there. That's gonna access. An auto sweeper, which I need more metal for. Alright, wait for that metal. So, now that I've got enough metal, I'm going to put an auto sweeper in. Now, I've got to remember, this is food that's cooked. This needs to not be accessible by this guy. And, oh, I know a trick that I learned. Oh, okay, I can't actually test it right now. I need to reset it, but I'm pretty. I know where that thing interacts with, anyways. But the tile for this building is where I'm actually hovering, so it auto sweeper. Even though the auto sweeper can access this, it's this tile that matters with respect to this building. So this auto sweeper essentially can't access this. Now that's important. I know it's important, but can I remember why? This is going to put food in. and it'll be dropped off here. And yeah, this auto sweeper can access it, so we don't want to create an infinite loop. So that's how that works. Okay. So now that I've got that, do I have enough metal? Ooh. Just gonna put that in like that. Oh my goodness. We are, this is a deep freezer system. This is important enough in my mind to use the last little bit of metal, if we even have enough. Okay, I've really gotta strategize. This is gonna be the last project involving metal. Unless I get rid of metal in other places that isn't needed anymore. Liquid, let's do this liquid temporizer. How much metal is that made out of? 400? Let's get that back. Let's take some of that. There's a dedicated transformer. You know what? Let's get rid of that. And I think I even saw heavy wire metal. Let's take that back. Is this made out of metal? 400? Yeah, let's get rid of that. I don't think we'll be needing a scrubber anytime super soon. Okay, so we've got conveyor rail built right there. So I'm going to take granite tiles, add this here and here. And add some insulation right here. Now I want to bring in some hydrogen. Got a hydrogen line really close. Excellent. That works out well. I'm going to start... Oh! I want some... Ouch. Ouch. I don't know if I can afford the metal for this. Maybe I... Yeah, we did get a little bit back there. Okay, so I want a few pieces of radiant pipes. I think it's important we go over this guy here. Let me think. Let's do this. Maybe that's even enough. We'll do insulated pipe right there. And continuing on like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and we need to put in some hydrogen. Gonna make this the priority build so we can close up this area first. Complete the whole construction. How are we doing for meat? No meat, so let's make sure several of these guys can walk in here. We'll attack some critters. Got a high priority task of an electric grill of making barbecue meat. This rover is installing a gas vent. It's going to be a temporary gas vent, the whole idea. Just to put a little bit of hydrogen in this area. So make sure it's actually on the way. It is. Okay, so. I know I need this insulated, so we'll do that next. I think we're pretty close to having this running, actually. I don't think there's much more to it. What's the issue with power? Oh, just one more piece to go, I guess. There's hydrogen being pushed in. I want to make sure hydrogen is here, sufficient amount. So food is going to be stored in hydrogen, frozen hydrogen area. This is pretty much overpressured, so I'm thinking we're good there. Okay, so there's that. The next bit is the actual cooling system. There's two ways to go about this. Normally, I always build a thermo regulator. I might just do that. Just let me think about this. The other option is just going to where it's just naturally cold. I think it might be just kind of fun to do that since I don't normally do that. So, and it would technically be savings on power, though. It might just be more construction, actually. So I was going to go down here. I think that would be pretty cool. The only thing is, actually, how much metal does it take to make 200 pieces? Let's go with that. All right, let's not mess around. I'm trying to go for the carnivore achievements, and I think the time for experimentation with natural cooling, as neat as that might be, is for another day. So I need a naturally cool area that's close by. It's perfect. I'm just going to choose to go right here. I'm going to change the pipes that go in and out to be insulated. So we'll have one like this. We'll put in one like that. I need to think. Do I want a thermoregulator? I think yes, but... Or no, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is gas thermoregulator. And I'm just going to put it right there. There, that's better than trying to stick something inside here. Oh, wow, wow. This is... Oh, conveyor chute. Never mind. That's fully connected. Good, good, good. And the radiant pipe is fully connected. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Whew. Alright, and I'll see about the barbecue situation. 5,000 pieces. Now, I gotta start checking every now and then to see if any of these need to be replaced. That includes the pips. I think I have 6 here, yeah. 8 here. So we're good. As long as that's the case, then the next thing I do is look for barbecue meat. I've got 5,000, so I think probably taking 2, or maybe 1 hatch and 1 pip will be good. I think the only thing that's left, unless I'm missing anything, is to start loading the full system with hydrogen. So put a gas bridge right like that. Oh, and then, yeah, let's make sure we actually insulate it. Finish the insulation project. That would be highly recommended. And go like this and just dig like that. I think that is good. So it's going to have a little bit... So the idea here is there's going to be a tiny bit of flash freezing of the food. I don't have a lot of metal, so I didn't want to make this super big. And the food gets thrown down there. We'll see how that actually works in practice. Now, I got to remember, it's not actually frozen right now, so maybe I won't actually turn this store food there for the moment. I think I'm going to get these guys out, so I'm going to hit the move 2. I don't have a stable for them yet, so they can just kind of wander around the spot. And the base, we'll put 1 there. And we will... It says no one can do that, but I don't think that is actually correct. Put the other one right next to it. Priority 6. Okay. Another egg done. What we got a hatch egg to do next? And let's have... Oh, here we are. Awesome. So we didn't actually need to do that. We're just waiting for Chef. Chef's very excited about their new kitchen. Don't know if I've got enough metal for lighting. Dun, dun, dun. Would be nice. Would be very nice, though. I think we can make that happen. Oh my goodness, it's down to the wire. Right. There we go. Lights in the future kitchen. Back over here. I think someone looks like they're hungry, so they can go find some food. Well, that was a little disappointing. I forgot that I did not have that plugged in. Speaking of which, got this guy. Well, this isn't actually running. That doesn't run terribly often. Yeah, we'll see how this actually goes. This is going to continually run. I think we'll be okay with that circuitry. Let's just make this a high priority task because I'd be quite anxious to see this turn on. I want to have an appropriate setting. Let's say if it's... No, not 35. That would not make sense. 25 or above. Continue to run. Oh. Am I doing... Oh no, that's right. Winner's done for the day. So here is the exciting moment. My thermoregulator has turned on. Pushing hydrogen through here so we get the radiant pipes. The idea is hydrogen goes into the machine and it comes out over here, a little bit cooler, significantly cooler, and that did I not? I must not have done that right. Okay, well, let's insulate it as we go. I'm not going to shut down the system. And then dupes can add the actual insulation. Realize that was not in there. There we go. Okay, well, that means I've got my deep freezer system set up and running. It's going to be optimized a bit by actually putting insulated pipes. That's gonna do for today, but it's been a big day. I sent my dupes over on another world. We got some Dreckos on base and a Drecklet egg. We've got a small amount of iron, but nonetheless, we've got it. I think, 2 tons? We're starting to produce. We've got all our stables filled. At least it's filled as much as I had planned them to be. We're producing barbecue meats. Let's see, how much meat do I have? Let's go get more today. As the dupes consume that, they're getting us to work towards our carnivore achievement, which I have a good amount of confidence that we're going to get. Think next episode, just kind of guessing what I might be up to. The Dreckos stable is probably high priority. Well, let's just do a little bit of a health check here, shall we? 96, 96, 96. We've got a barracks, a latrine. We're trying to get this upgrade to washroom, but had to cancel it due to a metal shortage. That was probably the right idea, because I think I'd rather have the metal for a deep freezer, and then I can upgrade to this washroom when I've got more metal in the future. We've got nature reserve. 96, 96. We've got all those rooms in there. Let's look at temperature. Ooh, it's a little bit warm over here. But there is cold zones around us, so I'm not terribly worried, but I may have to put some sort of temperature management into that zone. What else can we look at? Oxygen. Still pushing lots of pieces of random hydrogen in the base, but I'm not really worried about that at this moment. Look at our water-based system. Look at our water over... I've been ignoring the water, which a little dangerous to do. But at the same time, there is plenty sitting here for me. And now that I'm starting to eat barbecue meats, I'm not running this machine and making mush bars. That's really saving a lot of water from being consumed. Tons of water over here. Got the desalinator to run that through if I need to do that. Oh, let's yeah, I'm going to pause it right here just because I want to get Runner here incubating some eggs. I don't want to lose any time. The quicker I can get those to hatch, the more meats that I get. Oh, speaking of which, looking at the carnivore achievement, I actually don't know how far I've made it on that. Yeah, Space Race. Locavore long had that for a while. It's not raw. Bed and bath. Red light, green lights. Good egg. Yeah, all kinds of... It's been a while since I clicked on this. Okay, carnivore. CAR. Where are we on that? No, 62,000. Okay, so we made a dent, and we haven't even made it to cycle 75. Last piece of insulation just happened there. So that's going to continue to cool down, which is awesome. At some point when it's cold enough, actually the temperature's dropping pretty quickly. I'm going to start to produce my meat there, but that's tomorrow. That's something, or next day I get to play anyways. Any final thoughts that I have? Oh yeah, I've been also ignoring this whole area. I'm going to destroy that. That's a little bit of metal. This is dormant. You know what? Why don't we do analysis? I guess technically we can't get there, but build that. Is this also dormant? No, let's leave that alone. I don't want dupes. I don't mind dupes standing on this if it's dormant, but okay, so that might allow us to do that. I think that might be it. I think we are good. The next time I play, I think I'm gonna get the carnivore achievement on this like nightmare mode of dupes eating twice the amount of calories and everything else, and getting a Draco farm, which is so important, or stable, and in my mind. All right, well, thanks guys for watching. Hopefully, I will see you next time. Until then.